Mike Devs, and we're back in the house, guys, with another awesome video. So welcome back, guys. Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and we're gonna get right into a top 10 bad investing behaviors that we might have started out doing, you might still be doing, and I want to touch base on those so it'll help take you out of the loop for making these mistakes if you are already doing them, because we got a lot of young people coming into the hobby. A lot of people are tuning into these investing channels, and I want to make sure that I'm doing the very best possible for you to help you achieve your goals in collecting and investing in Pokemon sealed products. So there are a lot of other channels that are hopping on board. A lot of people are tuning in, and a lot of people want to know. And these might be some behaviors, guys, that you might be doing now as a new investor, or even as a current investor in Pokemon sealed, that you're like, oh wow, man, some things that I need to change up if I'm going to stay in this game long enough to protect my investment, to make sure I'm making the proper investments, to make sure I'm investing the right amount of monies in this hobby, and any money that you have, is, available to invest in without using other monies that you shouldn't be, is the proper ways of doing this investing. So let's get into our topic: bad investing behavior. I'm going off my notes, guys, because this was one video I wanted to do. It's been sitting there, not moving, and I wanted to get it out there to you guys before we get busy in the house. And I was trying to get it out to you guys yesterday, but it just wasn't happening. We had some things we were doing, and I had to make some runs myself. So we're talking about bad investing behavior, guys. So, are you guys out there, are any of you guys out there buying just any old Pokemon product you can find? Out of all the products out there, you have maybe some new investors that are buying into products, just buying anything. I mean, we're not in a pandemic area time where you can find products, but there are some products that are investable more than others, and you shouldn't just be buying any product that you see. Some people just make a mistake. So if you are just buying any product that you can find in a store, whether it's Walmart, Target, Barnes and Nobles, Aldi's, then you are probably suffering from bad investing behavior. Yes. So don't just buy any old product, guys. All right. Do your research. Look for the investable products, and that's where you should be putting your money. All right. So that's number one of a shouldn't or behavior that some of us might be doing now, that are still doing, just buying any old pack, any old sleeve, any old tin off the shelf. And that's going in my sealed collection. And you have no idea of pack selection. You have no idea what if the promo card is going to be worth any money down the road, or if So if you're not doing any homework on that, and you're just buying any old product, obviously you are experiencing or suffering from bad investing behavior. So don't do that, guys. All right, do your research and follow the top 10 picks that I'm putting up here for how you can have the best portfolio doing things in a proper manner. All right, and you can have the best experience. So, are you spending money you should not be spending just to get the next new release? So this is a big one, and I say it's a big one because Pokemon is coming out just came out in simplified Chinese now. It's been in Japan for a while, and we have English sets, right? But we get new sets over in Japanese and then that makes our English set. Our English set is produced from the sets that are combined from the Japanese. And us as content creators, the bigger channels, bigger than me, we tend to create a FOMO for, or a hype train for a particular product. And a lot of people early in the games that don't know any better because they're just buying, spending money, whether it's borrowed money, and I say using credit cards and then paying the piper later, or they're using rent monies, or car note money, or car insurance money, or grocery money, or any other funds that you shouldn't really be using, they're using to funnel in for Pokemon investing. And if you're doing that, guys, you are right in there with another bad investing behavior. So if you're using monies that you shouldn't be, you say, "Oh, I'm gonna take money," but your rent is due. You're gonna take it and say buy the Pokemon UPC now, and you'll pay your rent later and tell the landlord, "Hey, you know what? I'm $100 short. My hours got short or cut or whatever," and because you decided to buy a Pokemon UPC versus taking the money to pay your rent, you are experiencing from bad investing behavior. So, guys, any monies that you put into Pokemon should be outside of your bills. All right, so kind of, use money that you have that is available to use. Instead of, it could be any kind of like money you set aside for that specific reason. All right. So if you're a child or a kid, you get allowance. That is money you can put into Pokemon investing if you're a youngling coming into this hobby. So don't spend money that you really shouldn't be spending that is for something else, because you're just creating more issues, and then you may have to sell your stuff in order to cover that bill, and you're really not investing because you just bought the product only to turn around and probably take a loss on it because you're not going to profit off of selling that, especially if you're selling it on eBay or Mercari or any other site where you have to pay taxes and you have to pay a percentage for listing, and you have a final listing fee, and then when you sell it you got to pay a fee. All right, and then you got to do taxes in a year, so you totally lose on this depending on your price point on that item if you happen to use monies that you don't have allocated for that product at this time. So that can be another bad investing behavior that you might be doing right now, that people might be doing in this hobby that are getting in here, that are, one of the things that they are doing. Don't do that also, guys. So there's a lot of do's and don'ts in this video, but trying to help you guys best be consistent with creating the best possible portfolio in the best manner, a best approach. All right. So another thing, do you FOMO or buy just because someone else says buy when a new item launches? So here's the thing. See it time after time after time. We had the Charizard UPCs come out, and everybody on YouTube was blasting this thing out. Oh, it's going to be the best thing, because we were looking at Celebrations UPC with the gold cards in there, and we hyped the Celebrations thing up. Oh, a lot of content creators hype it. We're going to get this. It's going that. And then LGS stores, distributors got it, and then their pricing to the LGSs were higher, and the LGSs started scalping, and the price for the Celebration UPC got crazy, just like the Charizard one did. And everybody FOMO'd in, followed one sheep after the other, followed right in a straight line over to that pasture. Okay, everybody went to that pasture to try to get FOMO'd right in to get grass because it was greener on the other side. And you turn around, a lot of people lost money because they FOMO'd in because of content creators creating hype, drawing FOMO to an item that was widely available that you could have bought for $90, even $85, $75 buying on Facebook Marketplace or buying on eBay. The thing went down compared to what it first came out when people FOMOed in and bought it. It plummeted. So if you FOMO in, guys, don't blame me for your FOMO, that you got to have that itch to buy at the highest price possible when that thing first goes. Or you got to FOMO in just to be the first one on YouTube to crack it, because you're following the sheep, and one creator is hurting a bunch of people, causing a whole lot of FOMO and hype for a product that you gotta have, the next big thing when it first comes out. You're gonna pay the piper, guys. So if you're buying it for investing, it's another part of bad investing behavior. If you're FOMOing in just because content creators are pumping and juicing this next product up, don't fall into the FOMO. All right. Hopefully, a lot of us have learned now that we shouldn't even FOMO in, that there are other better pricing areas to buy products on, that you don't have to get them at launch. You know, you can really wait and see what the product does. Like if Pokemon says they're going to do print to demand, then you can see from past experiences that they've been holding up that end of the bargain by pumping a lot of stuff out, and there are going to be an opportunity that ends up happening that you're going to be able to get that product cheaper than when it first comes out at launch because of the reprints. So never FOMO in. I never FOMOed in, guys. I never even pre-ordered anything. So I started this channel. I one of the patient ones. And a lot of people say, hey, this guy's patient, you're going to miss out. Well, I never FOMOed in. All right, I don't follow the sheep. All right, I go on my own roll, on my own accord. I follow what's going on in the communities. I see what's going on. And I never had to FOMO in because I always found the product at retail price. And I found it at a decent price, maybe sometimes below what the going rate is of $119.99 or $99.99, whatever the starting price is in retail. I might find it even cheaper than that. So I'm not the first one to the hunt, like to grab it, to be the first one on YouTube or to crack it. All right, so don't FOMO in, guys. Otherwise, you'll be experiencing bad investing behavior. All right, so another one. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of do's and don'ts. Do you overpay for your products and never shop around for a better deal? And it falls into the last thing I was telling about, that, you know, I never FOMOed in. I always found product at release or below what the going rate is. So this is another area where, guys, you should never overpay for product, because the product is going to be widely available, all right, and you can most likely find it at a better price. So that is a perfect example for you right there on why you shouldn't FOMO, and then why you should never overpay a product without shopping around or waiting for a better day or a better time frame to buy the product other than the launch date. I can see if it's a specialty item, if they're saying it's going to be short printed, then that's another reason you can maybe go and buy it, if that is an example of there's going to be short printed. But if it's not going to be a short print item, it's going to be a more widely available item like ETB, then why FOMO in and pay overpriced? Why overpay when there's going to be deals? And just like in 2023, like we have now, we're finding booster boxes and stuff below what the $95 price point on the new MSRP that distributors were given and retailers were giving for the selling of products. There was a new price margin on where it should start. And we're finding products below that. And you probably got in on buying at a higher price when you could have locked in and got it at a lower price had you had waited. So that's another reason why I don't FOMO in, and I do not follow through on overpaying for product at the same time, because it all, those two, 3 and 4 of bad investing behaviors, those 3 steps there fall hand in hand. All right, so another one. Do you daily or buy every week or month with no budget or cap limit set? So this is another step of bad investing behavior that if you are buying daily or every week or every month and you have no budget set and or no cap limit, and you're just like a madman in the stores, I'm buying everything I can find, storing it, buying it, and I mean just buying everything. You're right in there with an example of bad investing behavior, because everything you buy, you might be overpaying for it because you could have found product cheaper or at a better price than a retail price, and you have no limit, no cap set, so there's no real structure in your investing. You're just buying just to be buying, and you have no limit or no guidelines that you set for yourself when you're buying. So some of the investments that you make could actually not even be worth even having in your investment portfolio, because they'll never go up or they'll never hit price points that you are thinking they're going to hit. So it's best that, you can buy daily, you can buy every week, you can buy every month, but set a budget or a cap, a limit of funds that you will spend dedicated to Pokemon every day or every week, however you're shopping for Pokemon, right? Or that investable product. You should always have a cap that you are setting for yourself, a guideline that you're not going to go over that, hey, I'm going to this limit every week. This is the set amount of money that I have that I can dedicate to Pokemon every day or every 2 days or every week or every month. All right, and you set that limit for yourself. Structure your investing portfolio for how you're going to spend, all right, with a budget. All right, so another thing, guys, is do you have the storage space or the environment to keep your items that you're investing in safe? And this is another big point. A lot of you guys are investing, you just got it stored in the basement, you got it in your parents' garage. It may not be in buckets, it may not be in tubs, it may not be in tins, you may not have it in baggies, you may not have the little absorbent, those little sodium tablet things that you can put in your chest to keep the moisture out, those little moisture tabs that you find usually in vitamins. You get that little moisture packet. Some of you guys might not be buying and you got no area or space to put this stuff, and you just, I'm just going to put it in my closet. I'm going to put it in my dad's basement. I'm going to put it in the garage. And really, that's another example of bad investing behavior, because you're spending your hard-earned money and you're putting it into these products that you have no space to store it, and as your portfolio grows, you're out of space. Stuff is going to be getting damaged because you're stacking it on top of it. You're not actually taking it and securing it into another cardboard box where you can hold multiples in there and setting dividers in there to stack another layer on top. And then when you get done, are you hanging it on racks, or are you just stacking it on top of one another in a room where it's damp, where it's not environmentally temperature controlled, where your product can literally get water damage, can get too much heat, too much cold, not enough heat, not enough cold, too much wet, too much damp, and you're here storing this stuff, and it actually gets damaged, and you're still investing, but your investable product is getting damaged because of the environment and the way you are managing how you are keeping it protected. So if you're not storing it properly, you don't have it in the right environment, your investing portfolio for the stuff you got could be really worth nothing down the road, because you may end up with stuff that's worthless, stuff that you open a sealed box and you got too much water came down because your parents had a flood, and you didn't put it on a pallet, and then you didn't put it in bins, you didn't have it in controlled heat or an environment where it's naturally in, like in a store, it's naturally protected. It's on a shelf, it's on a rack, so, or it's on a peg where, or it's in a bin, where if you're not doing this stuff, taking the proper steps to protect your collectibles, all right, putting it in totes, and putting if you got loose packs, putting those little tablets, those little packets that have these little crystals in it that will absorb moisture. Right? And you have an outdoor storage unit, and you're putting Pokemon cards out there, or even video games, because I can speak for myself on this bad investing behavior, because I had video games out in the storage unit, and I got stuff that got damaged out in an outdoor unit, and now, and this was video games, all right, because you are at the mercy of the climate, and sometimes those outdoor units where I was at, in an outdoor unit with my video games, you get cold, you get heat, it gets hot in there, it gets cold, and just say, just like what happened to me, I was in a rain, I got downpoured one time, and my games are out in the flea market, and the whole tables got wet. I didn't have any canvas to cover my stuff up. Other guys were under their tents. I'm out there in the drenching rain. I got soaked. Literally, you just take my clothes and wring my sneakers, my shoes, my socks, my hair, everything. Just take it and wring. It was pouring down, and I'm trying to save the stuff that I could. And when I stocked it away in the tubs, it was wet, it was damp. I put it in there, and man, I had to throw a lot of stuff away because it got damaged in the storage unit. When it got hot in there, I got mold and mildew on games, a lot of stuff I had to throw away because it got mildewed and damaged in an outdoor unit. Now, if I had took the proper procedure in the flea market and covered my stuff up in the rain, had canvas over it, and then stored it away dry and in those containers, not wet, then the games would have been saved. There wouldn't have been any condensation. There wouldn't have been any mold or mildew or any rust on the contacts on the video game cartridges. And a lot of the boxes got water damage. The booklets got stuck. And when the rain dries from it being, I left it in there like 3 months. When my booklets to manuals of the Nintendos, when I went to open them up from Sega Genesis, those clamshells, the manuals were stuck together. When I pull them apart, they peel. And guys, this can happen to your Pokemon cards. If you're in an outside unit, there's moisture that can get in those containers, all right? And if you don't have those pellets, those little packets that you can put in those bins to keep the moisture control to a limit where it's not getting in and soaking in those packs. Because if you think a Pokemon pack is actually just factory sealed, it has little holes in it to allow air. That is when they produce these packs and it comes down the assembly line and it puts those cards in the packs, it has air in those packets. So Pokemon pops little teeny holes in the packs to compress that air, and that's how your booster boxes are, those packs are neatly stacked and compressed together, because if there was air in them, there's no way they would get 36 packs in there that had little holes in them. And if you think those little holes, Pokemon does not have little holes in their packs, and that your packs are going to be sealed, safe in a bin, just sitting outside a storage unit, condensation can make its way into those bins and damage your cards. So next time you open 5 years from now a pack, those packs can literally be, the cards inside could be stuck together, and you can have a rare card in there, and when you go to pull the next card off, that back of that card could be stuck on that valuable card of a holo or a EX or GX card. Could be an Umbreon, right? That is stuck behind because where you're at, where your storage unit is near the woods or near, it's highly, a lot of humidity is around there, and you have no way to control that. Those packs can get sealed, can get damaged and waterlogged, and a lot of stuff can happen in an outdoor unit versus a temperature-controlled area like in your home where you control the heat and the temperature versus an outdoor unit. So if you're not storing your stuff properly, I think Pat from Deep Pocket Monster does an awesome thing of bad binder management or something like that. Well, I'm doing bad investing behavior, because some of this stuff, guys, you can be very well experiencing right now. Some of you might have had a tote down in your dad's basement, and then what happens? You had it up against a wall, and the water tank broke in your parents' house or your own house, and it got waterlogged, came down the wall, and what happened to that bin? Well, if you don't have the right bins protecting your product, the water seeps inside there. Next time you go into the basement, you say, oh, crap! The water did get down in the basement. It got into my Pokemon sealed loose packs collection. It's in my binders, or I have in cardboard boxes. If you have them in cardboard boxes, guys, in a basement, and they're in these kind of boxes here, and they're in a basement, and you're just stocking booster boxes in the plastic and everything down in your garage, outside, or in a storage unit or wherever, I would get them out there ASAP, because you can be experiencing bad investing behavior, and those things are just going to get damaged, man. They're just going to get damaged. So get a temperature-controlled storage facility. If you don't have the space in your house, get a storage unit, guys. Get a storage unit. Invest in yourself. Invest in what you do. If you're investing in collectibles, and especially cardboard, booster boxes of Lorcana, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, MetaZoo, whatever you're collecting, even your cardboard collectibles that have pegs, you should be practicing a better investing behavior instead of a bad investing behavior. Learn how to store your stuff properly to keep them pristine, because it's going to be harder to sell that stuff if you have packs that are waterlogged and damaged and they dry out, and you sell them to somebody, they're going to come back to you and say, hey, dude, where'd you keep this stuff? Because it's not even worth me buying any more of the product, because all of this stuff has been waterlogged. Even though it looks like it's dry now, you had stored it in a bad area where heat caused the glossy part of a Pokemon card to stick to another front or back of another card, and all of a sudden when you go to peel them, the backs or fronts of those cards stick to each other, and you have cards that are damaged or hard to peel apart. I mean, I seen it firsthand for myself with a manual from a Sega Genesis game that was, had water in it, dried. When I opened that thing up in the summertime, I cracked that shell. I thought that, it had dried out. There was still moisture. Even 3 months later, there was still moisture in the game cases, and even in that bin, there was water down in there. Even after 3 months of leaving it in the hot summer heat to dry out, I came back, the bins, the totes had mold and mildew, and some of the stuff had dried out, but it was a lot of damage. The stuff was dried out. Manuals were delaminating against one another. Like somebody took Elmer's glue and glued each page, and when I peeled it, the whole book just peeled apart, and everything was stuck to one another. So your cards can very much do the same thing, guys, if you're practicing bad investing behavior with not properly storing your stuff, all right? So take the proper precautions, guys. Find the proper bins. Get an indoor storage unit versus an outdoor unit if you don't have the space, because there's going to be a time, guys, you're going to outgrow your space inside your place, where you're going to have to move it from one place to your garage or wherever. Make sure you are properly putting it in the right place, all right? In the right place so it's safe. You're investing your hard-earned money every week, every day into Pokemon or whatever you're collecting. You want to make sure that you're holding that value, that you're keeping that stuff, that value contained and well protected, all right? So protect your assets, protect your investments the best way you can. There's a lot of people on YouTube sharing this knowledge and how you can properly store your cards in certain binders and certain aspects of and where you should be putting them to keep them in the best possible areas of the house so they don't get damaged. If you're just storing it away and putting it in an attic, that's another problem you're going to create for yourself when you go to pull that stuff out. You could have mice, you have squirrels, raccoons, and stuff get into your attic through those little gates in the top of your house. You have those little vented gates, those little vented areas at the top of the house. Squirrels get in there, raccoons get in through the chimney, and they get in through that into the attic, and they can chew through boxes. And you can say, "Oh, I got first edition booster box up in my attic. Oh, it's hot up there, so my stuff's safe because it's always hot." Boy, it gets cold in the wintertime, but it's at the mercy of animals that can get in there and chew through those cardboard boxes and chew into a booster box, chew through the packing and stuff. So if you want to put it in the attic, go ahead. If you put it in the basement, guys, you're at the mercy of the environment that can really wreak havoc on your investing portfolio. And you want to practice the best procedures that is going to protect your stuff. All right. You see people when they set up in shows, there's stuff, the way they have them protected already and the way they pack them. You see these guys taking their time, not rushing to get out there, packing these expensive items right back into the same materials and stuff, and they go right back into their areas when they get home. They put them right back into that safe or into that storage unit for another day. They don't just put them down in the basement, forget about, oh, next toy show, we're going to go and just dig it out of the garage or out of the attic and start selling again. You don't do that. Otherwise, your stuff just gets damaged. You're at the mercy of the environment. Get a heated controlled, environmentally controlled storage unit to protect your stuff where they have surveillance, and you have to put a password in to get in there and store it properly. Learn how to store your packs. Learn how to store your booster boxes. Learn how to store your blister packs and ETBs and whatever products that you are buying for your investing portfolio. Make sure that you are properly taking care of them. All right? So otherwise, you will fall into bad investing behavior. So that's number 6. We're on number 7, and I got 10 bad investing behaviors for you guys, because I'm not trying to be here all day. We can go on with a lot of bad investing behaviors, but I'm not here to make a whole list of stuff. The list can go on, and you can think of probably more than I got right now, but it's Christmas. I got family coming over. I want to get this out. This was a video that I want to do for you guys on how to properly protect your stuff, and you shouldn't be falling into these bad investing behaviors. All right, so do you have the proper bins or totes or boxes to store your products in? It goes right into what I already talked about, having the proper bins with the right packets in there to control moisture from getting into those bins that can wreak havoc on your booster packs. And if you got ETBs, right, you want to protect those as well into heavy duty like storage bins. Put a cap, a little packet inside, all right? And you want to put it in a plastic bin. You don't want to put ETBs just in a cardboard box and then you're going to set it in your garage. If you're using your garage and you got a pallet, because there are creatures that can get in there. Mice can still get in your garage during the summertime. They can nest and make... Oh boy, yeah, they can make nests, guys, out of your Pokemart booster boxes. You can literally have a booster box sitting in there, and if you didn't know, they bit through one side of it or the back of it, and you lift it out of that sealed case, and all of a sudden, all your cards, packs, and wrappers are all chewed up, and the mice made a nice little nest out of a booster box of all your packs that were inside that booster box, inside a cardboard box just sitting on a pallet in your garage. So if you don't want to take the precautions, guys, of putting your booster boxes inside a protective plastic case to protect that thing from animals because you're storing in your garage, then you are practicing bad investing behavior. And you will see, guys, animals know how to get in, and they know how to use stuff for great nesting materials. And if you want to use your, let them get into your Pokemon stuff out in the garage, well, you'll soon find out what they can do when you see your investment portfolio just go down the tubes and you see your booster boxes and ETBs and blister packs that you had in a cardboard box sitting in your garage for a while. You never went back and rechecked and seen it or moved it around to check and see if there's any holes or gaps in it that something might have been biting through and might be inside the box now because you got it in the garage that you're leaving in there for the next 5-10 years and you're just going in there stacking more stuff in there. And 5 years from now you go and check and you got holes bitten through all your stuff. So if you're not, if you're putting that stuff out there, you guys are at the mercy of the squirrels, the mice that get in your garage that end up coming into your house through the garage, can be biting into your cardboard boxes out in the garage on a pallet, and therefore you'll be practicing bad investing behavior. So that's number 7. So we got 3 more we're going to go through on of practicing for bad investing behaviors, and there's a ton more that you can think of. A lot of YouTubers come out with some investing tips and tricks. You can hear about some of the stuff that I talked about in some of these videos that other channels that are talking about this investing stuff are already have got brought to you guys. So, are you keeping records of how much inventory you have on each of your products? Like, are you, when you buy product, are you counting how many blister packs of this set you have, how many ETBs of this box you have, how many booster box of this set you have? Are you keeping records on that stuff to know how much you have at any given time? If you're ready to sell, you know that you have X amount. If not, you are practicing bad investing behavior, because you should be keeping a tally, guys, on what you have. Because if you ever do a listing on Facebook Marketplace and you go to sell your stuff, you want to be, you want to be open to letting people know what you have and how much inventory you have. Because if you don't know, have no idea on how much you have, how can you, sell 3 and you think, oh, I only have 3 left. I only found 3 in a box, because your stuff is scattered. It's not even organized. So again, with keeping records, is even your stuff organized and accounted for? All right. Do you have it neatly organized in bins and totes, properly labeled, and you have accurate records that you are adding and subtracting from as you sell stuff or as you open packs for yourself on a channel or whatever? Are you keeping records of your inventory of what you are actually buying when you are putting it into this investment? So when it comes down to the thing, to the point, how many of X amount of X amount of this X amount of sets you have or packs you have on anything. I keep records of that. And when I add stuff, I have it in a bin in this unit. I have it in my storage unit now. There are packs that I know I got in there that are unaccounted for. And when I say unaccounted for, I haven't added them to the inventory, but they're separated already. So they're already managed. All right, I just have to add them in. And because I got more product that I'm buying of the same, I'm still adding to that box or that bin in the storage unit, where I will count them all up when I'm done with investing into that one set thing. If that particular product that I'm looking for, that I'm still buying at this particular time and cracking to get stuff out of, if at that time it's hard for me to find that particular product and it's just getting harder as the months go on, then I'll say, all right, then I'll just start and I'll calculate all those booster packs up and I'll add them to my existing inventory of records of how many packs I already have accounted for, and I'll add those to it and give me a final tally. So I do keep records, all right, of packs, blisters, ETBs, anything that I do buy. I keep records. I keep track of how many I own, how many I have. All right, and if I crack some open, I do subtract it from the existing inventory. All right, so here's another thing. Are you tracking the values of your products you purchased to check to see how well they're performing? That goes in hand with, like, anybody who does the stock market. You see these real investors that are real big in the stock market on the NASDAQ. You see them even when you go to Barnes & Nobles or even at a coffee shop, even at Dunkin' Donuts. These guys have the newspapers open and they've got their buddy sitting next to them. Hey, guys, do you see the Wells Fargo DAT or whatever they call their, because it goes under a certain name in the NASDAQ. It'll be under a certain name, and they know how to classify those names. The real investors, they know the name or what the company calls themselves in the stock market range, so they can know that Wells Fargo is NAT or DAT or whatever, and they can say, hey, you see Wells Fargo's doing well. I got 100 shares in this thing is up 71%. Are you watching the markets for your investing to see how they're performing, to see what products are performing better than others? And because if you're following the markets, all right, if you're following the markets for where they are going, where things are trending. TCG Player has booster pack, booster box, ETBs, blister packs, 3-pack blisters. They have the pricing on there. It can't be consistent as far as like 3-pack blisters, because if you're looking for specific prices for that, they usually go out of stock, and then TCG Player has no price for that. So you have to look at eBay to find like a price. So I always track and watch markets because I want to see how my stuff is performing. Like I always look at TCG Player, even a single card market. I watch to see how even some singles that I got, how they're performing. Even ones that I got at $1.77 or $1.50 or $1, I'm seeing how they're performing now because they do fluctuate. I do the same thing with that and product tracking my products that I buy and seeing how they're performing. And that's the same with any person that is a true investor in stock market on Wall Street. These investors consistently are checking the NASDAQ for quotes on existing stocks that they may be putting money into, or their stocks that they actually own. They're seeing how well they are performing on a daily or on a weekly through the newspaper. They're looking at those markets. And the same thing you should do in when you buy your products, from wherever you're buying, however you source your products, whether it's online from an LGS store, or you might have a card shop yourself. You might be in business for yourself. You keep detailed records on everything. So the same with this stuff. When you want to see how well stuff is performing, you want to see how well your portfolio is coming along. You want to see if you can make some changes, or is there some stuff that you should be buying more of because this set seems to be outperforming another investment that you're doing. So you might want to have the tendency to pour more money into that outlier pack or blister or ETB or booster box because it is performing better than some other set. And that's how you should be doing when you're investing into Pokemon TCG products, is tracking and performance to see how well these items are performing out on the markets. And you can check by eBay sales, TCG Player. There are other websites and stuff you can check. But basically you can just use TCG Player and eBay. So if you're not using these sites or other sites that are going to help you to track your performance and values of the products you're purchasing, you are probably experiencing bad investing behavior. So definitely, guys, you want to track your values to see how your portfolio is doing. I always do it. I always check TCG Player. So let me go check out, see how Evolving Sky is doing. And I'll check out the singles and see how some stuff is going. And then I will, say, well, should I get more? Should I get some singles? Because some of the singles might have went down. And I look for those opportunities. So it helps you to reevaluate your collection to see if you can restructure, if you want to restructure, or if you want to sell off some stuff now because it went up. So if you're properly tracking and keeping records of your stuff, then you are right on the mindset of what you should be doing in this hobby. All right, keeping records, tracking your stuff, keeping records, keeping inventory. All right. Now the last thing that I want to leave you guys with, as for this video, is: are you watching the proper investing channels that share the history and the data of a market that you are in? Because what I see, guys, is a lot of people just following the sheep. Like, just because he says it or they say it, then you should invest in it. Not every item is the best investment and the best choice, because there are different prices at which you are coming into the market, and you may not have that money for that particular item. And not necessarily what one channel is pushing is something that you should be investing into if you were watching the history of the investing on different channels that share the data and the history of previous history and current history of stats built on the data surrounding that particular product. All right. history always repeats itself. We do know that modern Pokemon products are investable, yes. But you want to put your money in the most investable products that are out there. Now, the most investable products for me that I can tell you, just a little tips, is booster boxes. Definitely booster boxes. Another item is Pokemon Center UPCs. All right? That's the second one. All right? Second big one outside of a booster box. The traditional ETBs, there are changes in the game, guys, from what we used to collect years ago, back in X and Y, ETBs, and there's a change in the game now. Your standard ETB is collectible, but the Pokemon Center ones, if you're collecting ETBs, are the chasers, are the ones you should be going after over your regular traditionary ETB. Now, there is an outlier, all right, as far as ETBs. When it comes into play, when I'm saying that Pokemon Center ones are the ones you should be going for, there is an exception to the rule for that, and that's when specialty sets such as 151, Celebrations, what else we have? Champion's Path, Shining Fates. When we have specialty ETBs such as that, yes, Pokemon Center does do theirs as well. But this is the only exception where I would say it's okay that you can grab the ETB of those sets, all right? But any regular set like a Scarlet Violet base ETB, really not necessary that you go and buy that unless you can't afford the Pokemon Center, all right? But the Pokemon Center one on any standard release are the ones you should be chasing for. All right, chasing after those ETBs. There is an exclusivity to that specific product that will outweigh and outperform the traditional booster ETB. All right, so your regular ETBs in the stores, Walmart, Target, you can find them every day. The new price point, $54.99. Go after, spend a little more, get a little more with your Pokemon Center ETBs. They will outperform your traditional ETB on regular sets that come out. We get 4 or 5 sets a year. All right. Go with the Pokemon Center ones. All right. Now, the only exception, guys, like I said, are you can get the Pokemon Center specialty sets. When like 151 came out, they had their own special ETB for the Pokemon Center. Grab those. All right. But the regular ETB for 151 is investable as well. But the Pokemon Center one will outperform that regular one, even on a specialty set. But those two will only, that will be the only exception on an ETB that I would tell you guys to go. Now, there are some other items that are highly investable, and those are like 3-pack blisters. And one other item that I will say is booster bundles. All right. So, if you're not grabbing the standard ETB on regular issued sets, the booster bundles, not the build-a battles, the booster bundles, all right, may be a exception to the rule, all right? So, I would grab booster bundle 6-packs because it's just like having a mini booster box. And those do perform pretty good. I think even in the specialty era of booster bundles for 151, I think those kind of booster bundles that came out are going to really perform really well in those specialty sets, especially because the items are very hard to find and they're very rarely printed to oblivion. 151, they're hard to find. People are out there scouring. The ETBs are more reprinted than those booster bundles are. But those would be some items that I would say as investable, guys, in 2024 and even into 2023, because we have booster bundles for the first time in 151, but it did come out in a form of a booster bundle in Walmarts in Crown Zenith, where we have that little box. So in a 6-pack, but I like the booster bundle and the 151, the way they came out with that box. I like that box better than the Crown Zenith one. But those are very investable, guys, and they do perform well, and they're not easily accessible. All right, you can find them here and there, but they're not. And every day you go into a Walmart or Target that you're going to see them sitting on the shelf. Very exclusive item, hard to find, and they do go up in price. So I do believe in the booster bundle, especially the 151 and even maybe the Crown Zenith, because those are the first times that we had booster bundles. But there are exceptions, guys. There are other outlier packs that I would say, yeah, investable, because I have seen the performance, I have seen the history on these still perform, and those are blister packs. Checkout lane blister packs. Those are the ones that have a blister covering over top, a plastic covering, and a coin. But the ones I am talking about are the ones that have 1 pack, 3 cards inside, and a coin. These are the really, really big ones, because those really perform the regular traditionary regular single blister pack that has 1 coin and a hollow. All right, there are other ultra blister packs out there. There is a single, like I told you, comes with 1 coin, 1 hollow, and 1 pack, and it's a checkout lane blister with a plastic covering. There is another checkout lane blister that has 2 cards, 1 coin, and a plastic covering. And then there's an ultra one that has 3 cards in it, 1 coin, and a pack. Those 3 card ones, very rarely or seldom do you see reprinted. They are very hard to find. You can check out on TCG Player. You can see these things listed out there. They do get crazy in price. So I would say those are some outlier blister packs. Outside of your regular sleeve pack, I would go with those checkout lane blisters of the 2 card and 3 card over a single checkout lane blister or a sleeve pack. So those are some outliers that are very investable in the Pokemon TCG that I do see going up in price. Just go look at for 3-pack blisters and even blister packs. Go check out Evolving Skies on TCG Player. And look what 3-pack blisters of Evolving Skies of the Ice Cube and Umbreon. There are outliers on it, like the Umbreon 3-pack blister is going for more than the Ice Cube. And then you have your Ultra 3-pack checkout lane blister. Has 3 cards and 1 pack. Those do really good. All right. So those are why I have those as outliers. But you can build your portfolio based on those things. You don't need to invest in every Pokemon product that comes out, every tin, every box, because not every one of those are going to be investable. All right. Not every one of them. There are some outliers to that fact, and I'm going to give you tips on that as well while we're on the subject before we close out. Now, I would say UPCs, all right, but when it comes to box sets, you want to really focus in on the exclusivity, where these specific products can be found, like at a specific store, like if GameStop has them, all right, then it's an exclusive. The RCSV collection box is exclusive to GameStop. Not many people have access to GameStops. Like in US, we can access GameStop. People can access GameStop on a website, but maybe in other areas of the world, they can't get it. Even though they're stationed for US, they can't get that, or they don't have any connection to get a GameStop exclusive item. So sometimes these exclusive items, are store exclusives, will outperform an ETB or outperform a box set, or maybe even a UPC, because of the exclusivity of that item. And like I said, there's the EV one that came out at GameStop. It was the EV one with all the ultra rares around there, and then you had like 9 booster packs in there. Some people saying it's not investable, but for the point of when that thing did come out, remember that box at GameStop, it's a GameStop exclusive. You can't go to Best Buy, you cannot go to Walmart to get this. All right, you cannot go there to get that. You can go to GameStop only. It's a GameStop exclusive. All right, it was $60-something when it first came out. GameStop.com has it for $37. But due that this thing is still readily available at GameStop, maybe not too many people are buying it, and that's why they have a bunch of it. But like I said, as long as we have YouTubers on YouTube, we have ripping shippers, we have people breaking down packs from boxes, then product is always going to be missed, okay? When I say missed, it's going to be out of circulation because somebody opened boxes of that stuff that they had to get. They want to get those packs out, and they're selling the single cards of all of those little evolutions that are in that GameStop exclusive. They're selling all of that. They're breaking down to get the packs to sell and redistribute to make mystery packs or whatever. So someone is always opening those products, always opening Pokemon product in itself. So as the years go by, that GameStop exclusive there's less of that product and less of any Pokemon product on the market. There's less of it each and every year. If you go by year, go by day, someone is always opening it on YouTube. Somebody is always opening tons of it by the year. So there's going to be less of that product. And as the supply diminishes, that sealed product, that exclusive box, there's going to be less of it less of it available. Therefore, the price of that box, even though it might be $37 now at GameStop, could very much reach really, really nice investable profits that you can make if you held on to it, buying it and just keeping that in a safe environment for that rainy day when there's not very many of them around, and 10 years from now, that box is $300, $400. It's worth the time to maybe do some research and say, hey, maybe I'll make a move on that and hold 10, grab 10. There's no harm in that because you're getting it below what it originally came out at anyway, at $64 when it first came out. You got 9 packs in there, depending on what the 9 packs are. That box could go for more. All right, you see that with the Walmart box, the Walmart Dark Ride box that came out, the Shaman box. There was a box previously that came out. Those boxes from the Walmart exclusives are going for like $60, maybe a little more than $60 now in today's time. And only a couple of years ago, when that product first came out, those boxes are going for more than double what they cost you in the store. So, exclusive boxes that are catered just for a Best Buy, just for a GameStop or a Walmart can be highly investable, guys. So you may want to look into exclusive boxes, all right, as the outlier of the regular traditionary like Roaring Moon or Iron Valiant box. All right, look for the outlier boxes of store exclusive. Those are probably the ones that you want to keep sealed. All right, I know GameStop has another one for the Crown Zenith. I forgot what that one's called. You had I forgot what the Unknown and the Known or something like that. That's a GameStop exclusive. That box, they dropped the price to $29.99 versus $39.99. So they did take the price down again on that Unknown box, GameStop exclusive. Not very many are around. I don't see too many in GameStops. They're mainly you can buy them online. But that may be another box from Crown Zenith that 5 years from now, that box could be $300, $150, $400. Who knows, right? The sky's the limit with these store exclusives. As people continue to go and buy, Christmas comes around, people buy them, and these boxes get cracked open. You could have some values in these boxes that you're getting them below what they originally went for when they first came out. So there are some other outlier boxes that you can get involved into. Outside of your traditionary box that Pokemon releases all these boxes of different boxes, and the pack selections aren't all that great, where you can get a greater value in your investing by buying like the RCSV box, or buying the Charizard box, or buying the Unknown Crown Zenith box. All right, buying those store exclusive boxes now and holding them for a future time on that rainy day when they do end up going up in price. So that's another area of where you guys can be looking outside of your normal regular boxes as investing boxes. Those will probably be the ones you should be stocking up, the store exclusive boxes, all right, that are at GameStops and the Best Buys and Walmarts. Those are the ones you probably want to hold because those are already performing now. You can look at where they're at. Go look at the Darkrai box that came out, and the one that, it was a Darkrai box, I think it's going for like $50 now, that just came out at Walmart for Black Friday. I think that box is going for like $50 now. So it's already $30 above its original $20 price when it came out at the store. All right? And just remember that. The more you keep sealed on this stuff, the more over time that those boxes are going to go up, all right, in price. All right? And there are some outliers even beyond that. Special Charizard boxes where you get like even the Gyarados and the Charizard box that came out. Those might be investable, especially that Charizard has that terrestrialized Charizard, Crown Charizard, Gold card, where, hey, for $39.99, you don't have to buy Obsidian Flame Booster Pack or Booster Box or ETB to get that similar card. You can get that card out of that Charizard Gold. You get that Gold promo out of that box for $39.99. I think GameStop ran it for $29.99 or $24.99, something like that. You can get that box, keep it sealed, and you have one of those cards that are similar to the one out of the Obsidian Flame, and you got it in your portfolio. I think those boxes may perform, but, you know, if you can get them at a $25 price point, then, you know, you cut dollars off of the price of what it originally came out at $39.99, and, you know, put 5 or 6, maybe 10 away. Don't say you have to go crazy on them, but could be a play for those down the road as more people open them up. All right, so you got to take that in consideration with any Pokemon investment product. That, yeah, over time, over years, sealed product in Pokemon does go up, but you want to be a winner in the game. You want to have the ones, the real heavy hitters. You want to put your money in the best performing products. So put your money into those products. All right? But you can invest in some outliers if you want. Not necessary, but you can if you want. But to build the best portfolio without following bad investing behavior, follow those simple 10 tips, guys. The 10 procedures that I talked about today. There are more than that. We can go on for days talking about bad investing behavior because there's a ton of more things we can add to that. But I don't have the time to go over even more of that. I made a simple list. Follow those lists in your everyday collecting, investing in this hobby, and it will help you out in building an awesome portfolio that you'll be satisfied with when the years come when you are ready to sell 2 or sell 1 or whatever you're ready to do because you want to buy a house or maybe you're retiring and you want to get out of Pokemon, whatever your case may be. You will have an extraordinary portfolio that you can pass on to the next generation, to your grandkids, your kids, whatever, your brother, your sister, whoever. You can pass it on, and or you can have a nice retirement fund. You know, you have a nice retirement, a nice little nest egg that you're getting involved with. And I say the younger that you start it, especially people that are in your 20s, you're getting into this, you're going in and not making the mistakes that we all made as investors in this hobby. We all made mistakes when we first started out. You're getting hand-on experience with these tips on stuff that you shouldn't do and things that you should be doing. You're getting hands-on training that's going to put you a whole bunch of steps ahead of people coming in that's just doing this blinded. So, follow channels, guys. Follow those procedures, guys. Do not follow those procedures, all right? Follow the ones that I told you, the good ones that I told you that you should be doing. Try to avoid those other procedures, those other things for bad investing behaviors. Because some of us have it right now, and you want to clean up your act now before it's too late. Clean up what you're doing so your portfolio is safe. So you're investing your hard money that you're putting away into products is safe. All right, safe. That when you pass it on, that means you either gift it to someone or you end up selling it yourself. That you have it in the best conditions. That just like when you got it from the store, it's going into receiving hands in the same condition. And your selling point of where you're selling it at will supersede others that have it in ripped, torn, and open because mice got to it, because it's missing packs, because it got damaged, it was in a water, it was in a fire, it was in a this, it was in a that. And you can avoid bad investing behavior, all right, altogether, and have the best portfolio that you can build with the budget that you set in place for it. So, with that said, I want to say thanks to everybody that tuned in this long into the hobby with me talking about this. I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. Have a very blessed day. Spend the time with your family. Invest wisely, guys. Use your hard-earned money to build your portfolios. There's many ways about going about this. I wanted to just bring in some tips and tricks to help you guys out. And there'll be more stuff coming in this hobby. Follow channels, man. I'm telling you, the best thing you can do for yourself if you're getting into this hobby is follow channels that are, helping you to build those portfolios, giving you the guidance and the tutorials that are going to help you to build a portfolio, to make the best possible moves, the best possible investments that you can make, all right, without making mistakes that can cost you, all right, that can cost you in the end if you follow certain procedures or put certain procedures in place now. You are protecting your investment. So that's what it's all about, guys. The bottom line is help you to build that portfolio and then protect your investment, all right? And go about it in the proper manner to avoid mistakes, all right? Because some of these mistakes will cost you, all right, if you are not following certain guidelines and, certain things you are putting in place now that will protect you later on. So, other than that, I want to say thanks to everybody. So we have Toy Games, my boy over there. What's going on? Toy Games. Make sure you go check out Toy Games. Finally got up and started doing YouTube. I've been watching him. He sets up, Toy Games sets up the Collecticon Newburgh area. So make sure you check out Toy Games on YouTube. Does awesome videos. Angelo over there. So make sure you go give my boy a subscribe if you're into collectible toys, even in customs, because he does painting on figures. Has a huge collection of toys. He is the sole proprietor and staging for Newburgh toy shows here in our area. So make sure you go check out Angelo Toy Games on YouTube. And I believe it's on Instagram too. Just make sure you hit him up. Subscribe to his channel if you collect figures, action figures, Marvel figures. And if you want to ever set up at a Newburgh show, you're local. Maybe I have some local guys watching my channel. And you have collectibles and you want to set up to sell your stuff. You want to be a vendor at a show here in Newburgh, New York. That is one of my neighboring cities. Hit up Angelo Toy Games on YouTube. He's in the chat. Well, his name is in the chat. I don't know if he's still here. But hit him up on YouTube, Toy Games. Message him. Let him know your boy over here, Pokemart TCG, hit you up and told you about him. And he can get you squared away to set yourself up to do a show here in Newburgh, New York, where we do toy shows, where we have collectibles and new and used, vintage toys and collectibles, Pokemon cards, vintage and modern. All right, Hot Wheels, video games, new and used. All right, so if you ever want to become a vendor or if you ever are going to be in the Newburgh area at any time soon, hit up Toy Games if you want to stop by for a show or want to know when the next show is, and you want to stop by at a toy show here in Newburgh, New York. He has all that information on when the next show is, times, and if you want to become a vendor, you can do that by hitting up Angelo over there as Toy Games on YouTube. So, guys, I want to thank everybody stopping by. We got another veteran subscriber, Pro Painter. What's going on, my dude? Put up in the chat, Merry Christmas. Wish you the same thing, Pro Painter. Same to you and your family. Be safe, guys. Be safe. Happy hunting. Happy investing, guys. This is going to be it for the video. I don't want to go on just rambling on, but I just want to make shout-outs to people I know that is in the chat. Just want to say hello and welcome everybody. Make sure you help me out. Helps this video go a long ways. If you love the content, love the videos, check out the playlist because I have tons of information on my videos. There's tons of videos, over 840 something videos out here, guys, that I have produced. 800 something videos, tons of videos as far as Pokemon, video games, pickups, purchases, single card pickups, video game pickups. I got it all. And then I have a video game for Call of Duty Zombies, where the best game is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. There's the chair. My chair is a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 chair with the actual logo in the back. Can you see that? Call of Duty. Can you see? I don't think you guys can see that. There it is. Right there. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, baby. That's where I'm at. I'm on Black Ops 3. Tons of videos, playlists, on my playlist for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, World War II Zombies, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 3. I have all the old stuff as well for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. I play vintage games. I play current modern games. Nintendo Wii, Wii U, GameCube. All right, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, and regular Nintendo. Have to get a TurboGrafx 16 Mini so I can do content on that. We do openings here on the channel. I do unboxing videos. I do pickups. We do a lot. It's like an all-in-one. We teach investing. We teach about investing and the Pokemon hobby. All right, so there's a lot of stuff that I do, a lot of knowledge that I carry. I try to bring to the table to help you collect, play better, be better, build a better investing portfolio. I teach it all, so it's an all-in-one channel, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the videos. So I like bringing content to you, and I am transparent. I don't have anything behind closed doors. I like to be upfront, and I tell you everything. All right, so it's transparency here. So there's no hidden secrets about Pokemart TCG. This guy's doing that. This guy's doing. There's no hidden secrets. There's no closed door experience. I bring it all to the table. Let you guys all know about me. All right. I used to do a lot of stuff before I even came to this channel. I was an avid flea market reseller in a flea market selling used and new video games from all the old genres, all right, genres, or however you want to say that word. All right, currently sold my video game collection. I was a reseller on eBay. I was an Amazon FB reseller. Build a clientele on Facebook Marketplace. I have a clientele on Mercari. So I have eBay experience, selling experience, and face-to-face, and just online. So I carry experience with me through customer service because I had to deal with people online and offline, face-to-face, with returns, right in a flea market, selling used games, and people say it don't work, or they're trying to swap out to give me a broken one just because they got my working one and theirs was broke. They try to bring a broken game back and swap it out. I try to just be the best I can and do the best for the customers. So that's a lot of things that I had to deal with in the flea market, of returns and claims and stuff like that. So a lot of experience that I bring to the table in that aspect. As far as background, avid video gamer, collector, baseball card, Beanie Babies I was in, buying, reselling, flipping, selling, collecting. Same thing with sports card. Still with the video games. I still do video games. Now in Pokemon, I do Fortnite. All right. Was an inventory control manager. So as far as controlling inventory, that's why we bring up videos. track your stuff, keep records of your stuff. All right, it's very important. Things that I already know because of the business aspects that I was in and still currently doing prior to coming to YouTube. I bring all that knowledge and I try to pass on the knowledge that I know to people that are willing to be open-minded about learning. So I try to bring it to the table to try to teach and help as many people as I can that in this hobby. It's needed. It's needed. There are people like me and people like Nostalgia Novic and Northwoods that need our guidance and need our assistance. And this is just what we're here for. And I'm going to do, like I was telling Nostalgia Novic, I said, we're here, Nostalgia, not for the drama, because there's enough of that on YouTube with Pokemon. There's enough of that stuff with a lot of drama channels. We're not here for the drama. We're here for the content of being that guided light, the lighthouse, to keep you guys from hitting rough rocks that could ultimately sink your ship. So we're here to help you guys. And, being more of a positive nature than the negativity on stuff that is trying to deteriorate the market of Pokemon. There's a lot of stuff that goes on with fake cards, people scamming. There's enough of that going on, and we let the channels that want to deal with that kind of aspect go to that and deal with those, and you watch those channels. But we're here for the context of bringing what we know and sharing what we know for you guys, all right, that are willing to learn. And, like I said, the younger you are, the better it is for you guys, because when you get to where my age, 55, and you're 20, and you got 20 more years, at least you have 20 more years of life. Hopefully you guys do that, or 20, 25, because I have a lot of those kind of subscribers in that. I don't have subscribers in my age group. I have subscribers that are much younger than me. So for you guys are going to be sitting in when you hit 40, your portfolio should be really good, because you're learning from people who already made mistakes that are in better positions now because of their age and the money that they make. They're able to build a bigger portfolio, but we're able to teach you guys that are of a younger age. When you come into more money, you're able to start low and build your portfolio, that when you reach 40, 35, your portfolio is going to be really nice setting, because you're learning from some of the best people in the game. All right, so someone's saying, how much money did I make in Pokemon? I'm not here to put numbers on Pokemon, because I just started selling stuff. I started selling cards in the flea market a year before it closed. And I was selling singles. I was making good money. In the flea market, $1,000 for one day in sales. And that's just not just in Pokemon. I sold video games. So I was combining video games with Pokemon, all right, back then. And single cards, all right, and single cards. All right, but I made good money, all right? I made good money, and that was before the taxes, all right? Because I never had to do any taxes, all right? So there's a different game now, all right? You could say you made $300,000. You could say you made $300,000 Pokemon, but after the fees and after cost of doing business, shipping and paying your 15% fees and stuff, doing eBay and all that stuff, yeah, the percentage, you might have made $100,000 after all said and done. After you grossed out $300,000, you might have made $100,000. After you paid all your fees and cost of doing business, you might have made $100,000. So there's fees that are associated now that we didn't have back when I started selling. I didn't have to deal with. I walked right into it because the federal government got involved with a $600 threshold. That if you're selling on eBay or on Mercari or on Facebook Marketplace, if you did sales of $600, you had to sign. You will be sent a K-99 tax form for selling that much product. So now it's $20,000. They lifted that $600 fee limit now. It's $20,000 in sales now that you have to reach that threshold and you'll get a K99 for. Government has lifted it once again, guys, extended it to $20,000. So, in my sales of Pokemon, I made good money. I'm nowhere near that amount because a lot of the stuff goes into my sealed. It's a lot in my sealed. All right? Sealed invested portfolio is over 300K. All right, it's over and sealed in the storage unit. Okay, that's over that. I didn't sell 300,000, but the investment for market selling is 300K or better because I haven't even added all the Crown Zenith or any other stuff that I got from Cyclozar V boxes, Crown Zenith. I haven't even added any of that stuff to it. None of the stuff that I bought for this year has been added into that to tally up to get a new number. I haven't even done any math on that yet because I'm not done buying. All right? But as far as sales, there are loopholes on Facebook Marketplace that I'm not going to go over on the channel. I'm not going to say out loud here. But there are loopholes on Facebook Marketplace that I won't go into live. But there are loopholes that you can, that are there, that I found, that are apparent on Facebook Marketplace that I'm not going to disclose. But there are ways around that threshold, all right, that you won't find anywhere else that you're going to be able to maneuver around it. But I'm not going to go into that. All right? I'm not going to go into that aspect of it. But you can sell on Facebook Marketplace. I did great sales on Facebook Marketplace. Documented sales. I have done some sales on Facebook Marketplace. I made some decent money on Facebook Marketplace where I built my credential. All right? Now, I don't have to pay any taxes or anything. I haven't done any tax forms, or I haven't been sent a K99 form because I haven't even reached. I did reach the $600 threshold, but I have nowhere, shape, or form hit the $20,000 form. All right, so that should give you a well aware about what I sold and a clear number. Well, you won't know a clear number because I can't define that number to you on sales. Because I'm more of an investor right now. I sell single cards. I didn't sell sealed product. All right, I have to just point that out. I didn't sell sealed product, guys. Didn't sell ETBs, booster boxes, or any of that kind of stuff. That happened at my yard sale. I sold booster boxes where I don't have to claim taxes on that. So there, I did sell some booster boxes, and that I didn't have to claim taxes on that because that was through a Facebook yard sale posting. So you don't have to pay taxes on dealings where people come to your house, your physical location, and they buy packs. So if you set up a ad on Facebook Marketplace, hey, come to my video game and Pokemon yard sale, and I post my address up there, and it's Saturday, Sunday, you come to my house, from those time frames from 9 to 11 on Saturday and Sunday, then you can buy my video games. You don't have to pay taxes, guys. So there is a way around selling on Facebook Marketplace by having a yard sale. All right? You can post a yard sale on Facebook Marketplace in the form of Pokemon and video game yard sale. All right? Let's just get it to that point where if you don't want to pay taxes, have a Pokemon video game, post it as a yard sale on Facebook Marketplace. All right? Have a yard sale at your house. You don't have to pay taxes. All right? I'll go into the and as that point. And I put legitly yard sale at my house. I had people come to my house, and I sold video games and Pokemon product, sealed product, then at my yard sale. So I will say yes, that was sold. But on Facebook Marketplace, as posting a sale to sell a booster box, I never sold anything. On Facebook Marketplace are listed a booster box for sale by itself of Evolving Skies or anything like trying to sell a booster box. I never sold anything like that on Facebook Marketplace as a form of just posting up to sell a booster boxes or booster packs. I didn't do that. All right. I did yard sales for my video games that I held, and I put Pokemon booster packs and sports cards and stuff was for sale, and I had my yard sale in front of my house, and I sold packs and stuff like that from my house. Yes, I sold packs then. All right, but I didn't have to pay taxes for that. But other than that, that's, as far as products sold, I don't sell my sealed stuff. It's not sold. I did sell some, but I sell when it did go up and I was making profits off it. But I sold it as a yard sale because that's when people came to my video game yard sale, and I was selling my video games here that I traditionally sold on Saturday, Sunday. I always had my yard sales going. So I had my yard sale. I stole Pokemon products then at my yard sale. Yes, I did set up some stuff and video, sports card, wax, blister box, blaster box stuff I sold here in the front of my house. You do not have to pay taxes for that, guys. So if you want to sell Pokemon product, all right, and you have a large accumulation of it, you can post a yard sale ad on Facebook Marketplace, post a yard sale for a designated day, a Saturday, Sunday, put a table in your garage, put product out there, and you will not have to pay taxes, all right? They cannot charge you tax. The federal government is not going to issue you a K-99 form if you're having a yard sale at your house selling that product. So there is a loophole in that aspect that you are aware of now because I helped you out with that. You're welcome. All right? That you can have a yard sale at your house, set up a table, and sell your booster boxes, your Lorcana, your one-piece booster boxes, packs, sell them at your yard sale. Have people come to your yard sale to buy that product. You will not be obligated to pay taxes on it if you are holding it as a yard sale. All right? Tip from your boy to you. All right? Now, off of that topic, as far as that for yard selling and selling, I do not have a detailed price on how much I sold in single cards, but I can tell you I sold 16 Evolving Skies booster boxes between the prices of $140 and $160, and I paid $110 a box. So I made some small profits here and there on Evolving Skies, where if I had waited with those 16 boxes, Evolving Skies is now at like $400 a box, I would have made astronomical more profits. But I did, with doing my research, I was able to find more Evolving Skies packs. Yeah, there was some loose packs. Yes, I have a ton of sleeve packs. I have 3 packs, blisters. I have checkout lane blisters of Evolving Skies. So, therefore, yeah, I may not have a booster box sealed of Evolving Skies, but I do have other forms of Evolving Skies. And I was okay with selling Evolving Skies at my yard sale, making $140 per box, and I paid $100 for that box. I made $40, tax-free. So $40 above the $100 that I paid for the box when I first got it. I sold well before it reached that peak of $400. So I was making profits of Evolving Skies long before it reached $200, $180 price point. I was already ahead making profits, and I didn't have to file any taxes because I sold those boxes at my yard sale. So there are loopholes on that. All right, so I did sell product, but not at a flea market. I did sell Pokemon product here at the house at a yard sale. All right, and that's typically where, if I do sell product, I prefer to set up a yard sale and you can have the yard sale in two ways. You can have your traditionary yard sale where you set up a yard sale on Facebook Marketplace in the yard sale posting as an ad for a yard sale on a designated day, a Sunday or a Saturday from 9 a.m. to whatever. You can have another form of a yard sale where you can have a yard sale from December 1st to December 31st by appointment only, and people contact you through that yard sale posting to come meet you at your house at a set time that you arrange with them through Facebook Marketplace through the messaging. You set up a time when you're going to be available at your home, and that person comes and they buy product from you on that designated day from a yard sale posting that you posted on Facebook Marketplace for a yard sale. Again, you won't have to pay taxes because you are having a yard sale. Differences, all right, between selling a post on Facebook Marketplace, just putting up stuff for sale on Facebook Marketplace in the postings where everybody can get in a general area versus having a yard sale. There are ways to get around not having to pay taxes by having a yard sale, guys, all right? That's where it comes down to. So, other than that, because we're getting off topic on bad investing behavior, I wanted to keep it to that point, but also throw in some tips for you guys. So, other than that, I want to say thanks for everybody coming in, saying hello. I wish you all the very best in your investing journey. All right? Follow channels, man. Follow channels that are helping you guys, giving you guiding you, giving you that guidance, not causing you to FOMO in. All right, there's a lot of channels causing FOMO, a lot of people causing hype. All right, don't follow the sheep. Be ones that stand out. Be the patient ones, because the patient ones are the ones that are going to be buying stuff when they find deals, and the ones that are making smart decisions on parking their money in the investable product versus just every product. All right, you can invest in every product if you want. Not saying you can't, but if you want to put your money to work, remember, you work hard for your money. So you want your money to be in the most profitable items, the most investable items that you can. And you have to be able to identify those. And how are you going to identify them if you're not following or linking up with channels that are feeding you the word? All right? If you're not going to investing school, right here. This is school. School's in session. Whenever someone's talking about investing into the hobby, you're in school, so you're learning. So if you're getting with these channels that are teaching you guys, those are the ones you should be making sure you subscribe to. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any other videos. Go check out many other YouTubers. All right, there's a lot of investing channels. I'll shout out a few off the top of my head that I know. Nostalgianomics. All right, he gets hit up a lot. He gets beat up a lot. But that doesn't stop him from bringing you the knowledge. All right? So, definitely check out Alex over there. Nostalgianomics. Another guy I would tell you to go check out is Northwoods. Northwoods TCG. I forgot what his name is over there, but go check out Northwoods. Northwoods TCG. Another guy is Pokemart USA. Eli over there. Make sure you check out Eli. All right? Eli at Pokemart USA. All right? A lot of the guys that I'm telling you about are also investing. Another guy I could tell you making good trends, moving up real good, is Poke Oz. Go check out Poke Oz, a young guy. You guys, he's in his mid-30s, or is getting ready to turn 30. Go check out Poke Oz. Awesome guy, young cat. Learning the Pokemon investing realm. All right? A lot of information out there on this channel. A lot of awesome videos from this guy as well. So, Poke Oz. All right? So, these are some guys, like I said, these are some guys that, hands down, you guys should be following, and when school's in session, getting your pen out, taking notes, and learning. All right. Learn as much about this investing as you possibly can, so you can better school yourself on to position yourself. All right. And a lot of my subscribers are young cats. You can financially position yourself for a better tomorrow. All right. So other than that, this is Pokemart TCG. This is our investing channel. Bad investing behaviors that you do not want to make. All right. That you do not want to make. So follow certain guidelines, procedures in your investing portfolio so you can build your portfolio to greatness. All right. Follow other channels that are talking about investing, and you are being fed the word that is going to help you become a better investor in this hobby. All right. If you think people on the investors in Wall Street, they never did any homework, they never did any research before they became an investor, you're mistakenly wrong. A lot of these guys learned through hard work, learned through making mistakes. Through their mistakes, they were actually, they were able to overcome. All right? Didn't let the mistakes that they made in their earlier investing days get them down or take them out. They actually just formulated strategies and put unique strategies in place to make them a better investor, investing in products that are very investable. So you guys got to be able to identify that stuff. And, we're here. The channels that I mentioned, we're here. Use the channels, man. Watch the content. Gain a knowledge, because we're spewing out knowledge here for you guys so you can better yourselves in this investing hobby. It doesn't take an Einstein to become an investor in this hobby. It's just making smart decisions with your money to put you in a better place. All right? And you can do it on a budget, and then from a budget you move on to building a higher budget to put more in, and as you get a better job, making more money, and position yourself in debt-free atmosphere, hopefully you'll be able to build your portfolio and be debt-free, or get debt-free at the same time. You're building your portfolio. You're not making fatal mistakes of building debt, because the quicker you can get out of debt and position yourself here, you're going to be able to put yourself on a little more of an easier street, all right, to have a better life down the road. You're building that equity in yourself and your self-worth. All right. Other than that, guys, I am Pokemart TCG, aka Mike Dabbs, your host. If you love this channel, if you like what's going on here, you love the content, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to continue to bring you content, and continue to be that lighthouse for you guys. All right. And continue to bring you positive thoughts, help you guys in this investing hobby in Pokemart and Pokemon, and continue to help you guys along. So, check out the other channel. I got tons of more videos out here. I'll probably start making playlists for this stuff, because it does get deep. And I started out this game over 7 years ago, and I didn't learn. Well, it was you guys that was teaching me the cards in this hobby, because when other people were doing Pokemon, I was doing my video games and Beanie Babies, so I knew absolutely nothing about the Pokemon, except I knew Charizard, I knew about the cards, but I didn't know about the investing aspect of it. I didn't know about sealed investing and all of this stuff. It was through other channels that I watched that I was able to capitalize and build positions on, based from the knowledge that I was gaining from the experience of people that are already doing it. So, if you think you're too old to get in the game, not too old. But if you're young, you are able to get yourself in a position now that can help make a better portfolio that's probably better than 401k, where you're investing in yourself. If you're because this market is better than some of the other investment things that you can get into where there are higher risks in the stock market, where you have the rich controlling the stocks. That's the one thing. If you don't know, guys, the stock market is controlled by the rich. It's the rich people that own your stock. And when one of those rich people bail out, they know stuff that maybe you don't know. Just look at what happened to Martha Stewart. Controlled the stock. She knew, she got an inside tip that the stock was going to crash. She sold off all her stocks when they went high and bailed out. And normally when people bail out that have a high amount of stock, they know something. All right? They know something. So in the stock market, where you as a little nobody, right? Because that's what we are in the stock market. We're not these billionaires, all right? We're the little guy. And when we were taking our hard-earned paycheck put into the stock market, it's the rich playing with our money in these stock markets, and the stock market is fluctuating. There's a lot of risk in the stock market. Here is a minimal risk. Yeah, it's a risk. With any investment you get into, it's a risk. I'd rather be in this risk right now because I know what the hell I'm doing versus going into a stock market where I am part of the stock market, because that's where my 401k is divvied into stocks that investors are taking, and they're taking my money and putting it into stocks, hopefully to make me money. All right? That's what my 401k is built on. Other people taking my money, putting it into what they believe is going to be investable. And I have to believe in those people who are making smart decisions with my portfolio, with the money that I am putting in to build my retirement fund, right? So here's another second 401k you can build. All right? And in this investing, guys, you're going to have to know how to sell if you're ever going to make the gain from what you are investing in. And that's why it's important that you understand and know how to sell now. Build yourself some credentials while you're building this investment. Learn selling now. The ins and outs, the ups and downs, the percentages on where you can sell and where you can sell for less and don't have to worry about too many fees. Start learning this stuff now. So when you get to the age where you want to get rid of some of your portfolio, you're able to easier deliver that. All right? And if you are investing properly, guys, into items that are more liquid, because that's where I say in Pokemon there are items, products that are more liquid than others. If you are investing in the correct items, products, these are more liquid than your regular base set products. All right, your base set Scarlet Violet. There are products that are out there like Pokemon 151 that will be more liquid. People will buy more 151 than they will a base set Scarlet Violet. Booster boxes, booster packs. If you had a ton of 151 and then you had Scarlet Violet at your table, you will sell more 151 product than you would have Scarlet Violet. That's just because the demand for that. And if you find in-demand products when you're investing, products that are in demand now, they will be in demand later on too. So if you can just invest in high demand products, you'll be well on your way of doing financially well with a portfolio for doing this as a second 401k backup, all right, for your retirement, all right? And buying investable products that are liquid, that's easy to sell. You can sell quickly. You don't have to. People know about them. They already know about them. They know what's inside. People will buy. Some of the other products people won't buy as much because they want that hot item. All right, and they will buy the item that is hot. All right. Other than that, we got Pat That's Power Channel stop by. Oh, yeah, Pat. I did make a decent amount. But what I do is there's always stuff coming out. And there's always, how I like to, even like when I build the studio, I like to move product, Fortnites and stuff that's some stuff that's even sitting back here. I have old video game stuff, like some old stuff that I even have sitting back here. And I like to move stuff. I still have some stuff that I gotta move. Like I have, well, that ain't it. That's not it. I thought it was my, here it is. I have face camera stuff. I still have stuff that I'm trying to move on Facebook Marketplace for trade for Pokemon stuff. I like to move stuff, then I position myself back in Pokemon with those funds from moving items that I'm looking to move. Alright, so I still have some things that, even on this shelf, I have DVDs that I'm done with, looking to move those out of the way. If I can't move them, you know, I can't get $5 for the stack, then I'll donate them to Goodwill or whatever. Or, you know, I just move them because there's stuff that I still have to move that then I park money in Pokemon. So, and that's same thing when I do the renovations on the studio. You don't want to put new money in old product. When I say put new money, like keep taking your paycheck to paycheck, putting into Pokemon, right? I want to get to the point where I'm using Pokemon money that I made from Pokemon. The profits can go to something else, or just goes away into a safe haven. All right, until I find another product that I believe that I can park it into and make a turnaround on. But if I can't, then I'll just set it. But you want to operate a business where the business itself runs from the funds that it generates from the sales of you doing business. So the business pays for itself generally. So I have enough product to sell to hopefully keep the business afloat without adding new money to it. See what I mean? So there comes to a point when you get your portfolios, all right, when you build your investing portfolio and you decide that you want to go in like a business operation where you want to have your business where I'm selling stuff where the fundamentals of the business, where your operating cost is covered by your business, from selling of your stuff, covers storage unit, covers any fees or services that you have to render, covers expenses for packaging materials, bubble mail or tape, covers to replace product that you sold. You want to have money available that you can put back in to keep the operating of the business going. So you want the business to operate off of sales that you are generating. All right? That way the business is paying for itself. It's operating where all operating costs is covered by the business, and you can then set aside a paycheck for yourself out of that from the business expense for the everyday operating cost of your business. And based on a storefront, I'm running from the house, so I have low overhead, which really I don't need to divvy out a paycheck. If I need something, I just get the money out of the bank, go buy it. And I can use the funding from the business for what I'm doing to cover that, you know, if need be, right? Because if I'm not paying my paycheck, all money goes to the business account, then I can, if I need to get money out to pay an expense or something, it's all there. If I need money for something because I want to buy a pair of sneakers or a shirt or a hat or whatever, then I can go to the bank, get it out without cutting myself a paycheck. But you want to operate your business, Pat, so your business is operating from the funds that you're generating from the sales. All right? And I like to keep this business, the way I'm trying to run everything, I want to continue to stay debt-free without having to take loans or anything out from a bank. I'm done with that. Operating costs, I want to cover that. Sales, well, the sales are what I sell. Merchandise, the packs, the business pays for itself. So that way I'm generating income, all right, and the business is covered 100%, and I'm able to restructure the business again by buying product. Always able to take monies from profits that I made to buy product, all right, to put back into the business. And you got to be able to structure it where you know selling points, how to set up, sell it, where you can sell it, how to sell it, get it in front of customers that want to buy it. You sell that product, take out the profits, take the initial income that you made, that you put into that product, able to go back and resource, buy product at the same price or below price. That money goes right back out into another product, if not the same product, all right? And you rinse and repeat the process over and over and over, all right? And the more you sell, the higher the profit line is, of course, because you're selling more profits, you're selling more products. So this is how I want to structure what I'm doing under that umbrella that the business, which is Pokemart TCG, I stay debt free. All right, I'm not operating outside my means. I don't have a new car. You know, I don't want a new car. Too many issues with new cars. I'd rather have an old car. But as long as it runs and drives, I'm happy. I'm just a general, you know, I don't have to have a Maserati. I don't have to have a Lamborghini. I don't have to have a Camaro or Corvette. I'm happy with a Hyundai, you know, and you can be a millionaire and drive a Hyundai. I have nothing against a car. As long as I turn that key and that car starts, I'm getting around, right? So who the hell cares about a standout, oh, this guy got gold chains, he got all the bing and blop. Who cares about that? That's just making yourself a self-made, you know, making you look rich, right? Even though you may be a millionaire, but you're not dressing like a millionaire. Who said you have to dress like a millionaire? Or you have to drive or have the best, right? You can still be in that kind of status, but just in the format of a plain Jane. All right? I don't need all the big stuff, guys. I had all the bling and bling when I was growing up. I had all the gold chains, the two-finger tiger rings with diamonds in them, the gold chains and all the earring in the ear. I had it in one ear. That's just mediocre stuff, man. It's not stuff that, it's not my lifestyle now. All right? I think I showed you guys. I think I did. I'm not even sure. Like, I still have, like, back in the day, let me see if I can even pull this thing up. Let me see where it's at. Oh, boy, where is that tin? I'm trying to see what I did with that tin. Hold on, guys. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to see what I did with it. There it is. All right, hold on. Got it. Here, back in the day, back in the day, before we get off here, guys, back in the day, here's an old, I wish I still had this car. Here is my old Maxima, all kitted out, my 87 Nissan Maxima I had. I still have the photo when I got this car. Old Maxima, 87, I wish I still had this thing with the kit on it, the body kit, spoiler on the back, sunroof, automatic, alloy wheels with the rims that match the paint. I love this car. This is what I had back in the day when I had all my gold chains and everything. I wasn't no drug dealer, guys. I had a good job at a young age, making good money, but you know, I had a different lifestyle. I wasn't doing flea markets back then. At that time, because I didn't get involved. I was probably playing video games, but I didn't make it into a business aspect. I didn't launch a flea market to sell or stock up video games. I didn't have that mindset back then. My mindset was partying, going out, buying gold chains and two-finger gold rings and chains and bracelets and stuff like that, driving the fancy car. All right? And that was my mindset then in my youth before I got involved with having a business aspect of video games that end up going into Beanie Babies, and then ultimately ended in with me selling the business of the video games out, and now 100% in Pokemon. All right, but you don't need all the stylish stuff, the fancy clothes, the oohs and ahs, the bling and the blang. You don't need all that stuff. You know, for me, instead of having all these gold bracelets, 2-finger rings, gold watch, gold teeth, earrings with diamonds in them, I'd rather buy sealed product. I have a joy in hunting for sealed product than having all that gold watches and stuff like that. It doesn't mean anything. Has no value to me. I mean, it has value in the gold and silver, but to me, there's no reasoning behind the madness of that. I have fun in this hobby doing this versus having that stylish. All it is stylish stuff. Car values go down. Gold goes up and down. You know, it's just that self-made look that you designed yourself to be with that stuff on. But it has no meaning. This has meaning to me because it has history and it has, I enjoy it, more than that past tense of myself when I was in my younger days. It was things that I didn't know back then that I know now that had I had known, in my, younger years, I wouldn't have made those same fatal mistakes of going in debt when I got in debt back then. Those were some mistakes that I made in my youth that here I was at mom and dad's house, but I was credit card debt still. My parents didn't help me with my debts. I had my own credit cards. The bills were mine. All right? The world doesn't teach you guys how to stay out of debt or how to build financial freedom. This stuff is something that if you really want it, you really want to chase it, you're going to have to learn the ropes and you're going to have to work hard at it. And ultimately, if you want it hard enough, it is going to happen because of the work that you put in. It's a lot of hard work. And anything that you do, if you want to be self-made, all right, self-proclaimed or whatever, you put the work in. All right? You put the work in. And you do your due diligence, guys. All right? And it's going to happen. All right? If you're following through. Stuff that we get on YouTube, there's no dollar amount that you could put on it to buy it. Because this is, Warren Buffett really doesn't teach you stuff. You just hear slang words from him on just sayings. No one here like mentoring you guys on how to do this stuff. And that's what I love about it because, when you come to the channel, we give you the ins and outs, ups and downs, the do's and the don'ts. And you'll learn from that so you don't make those same mistakes. There's nothing back in the day that would teach you what I know today. You had to learn this stuff. You have to learn it. The world wants you to be in debt. Be in debt to have more debt, to get more loans, to get more credit cards, to be in debt. You got to be indebted. But it doesn't teach you about how to become financially free. You have to pay somebody who already made it thousands of dollars to take courses to learn what they learned, to reach inside their head. Here, you can come to YouTube, type in what you're looking for, find it, or find channels that are tuning in to exactly what information you are looking for however you're building a business. Here on YouTube, we are giving you that knowledge absolutely free. I'm sure all of us on YouTube that know about this investing could probably put a course together and charge you guys $199.99 on a course, and probably some of you guys will buy it because it's 5 investors that are giving inside tips on how to invest in Pokemon. No, you're not paying for a course. All you're doing is spending your time here on videos that we put up teaching you the ropes. become a boxer, you have to learn how to box. To become a karate champ, you have to first learn how to do karate before you can get into the ring to fight. And you have to earn your way through the rankings to get to be number one to challenge the one who has that belt. If you want to make it to the top in here, a lot of work. You're going to have to get in that ring. You're going to have to put on your gloves. You're going to have to take punches, take the criticism, take the ups and the downs, and you're going to have to learn how to box to get in this ring and learn the ropes in this hobby. And there are people that may not want you to make it. All right? Just continue to press forward. Continue to press forward. So, just like me, I've been through ups and downs on this channel. All right? Good times, bad times. People that don't want to see me succeed, but it does not stop me. I won't let it stop me. Because why? I like doing the videos. I want to teach everyone who is willing to learn what I know. I want to teach them. And everything that I learn, I want to be able to teach. And if that helps you, it also is helping me because I'm learning it from people that's actually already doing it. All right? So, with that said, guys, like I said, you can make it in this hobby if you want. You know, just do your due diligence, work hard. It's going to happen. The breaking point will come where you will succeed. All right? You just got to keep putting in the work, putting in the hours. Just like you go to work every day from 9 to 5, put in the grind. I'm telling you from my own experience. My own experience. Because I'm already good, guys. I'm already good. I don't have to disclose financial monies in the bank. I don't have to disclose that to tell you I'm good. But you can believe it or not. I'm good. And I'm only going to get better. Now, however I transgress all this stuff to you guys on YouTube, whether it goes on YouTube and people buy into it or not, I always go into things with a backup plan for everything that I ever done. And it always put me at the top of my game. So, that's always what you have to look at things. Like, if you think you're going to, like, become a YouTuber or have 1 million subscribers, and that was your goal, and that's your intentions, and all well, selling good. It may happen, it may not happen. But always go into things with backup plans. Because in case one thing doesn't work, you always have that backup that you can fall back on. All right? Here in Pokemon, 401k is good for your retirement. But outside of that, do you have any emergency funding set up? This is some other stuff that, like, bad investing behavior that I didn't even talk about that actually you should be doing when you're investing in Pokemon. That, you know, if you're putting a lot of money in, do you have emergency funding? In case an emergency happens, do you have that kind of funding? Do you have money set aside in case something happens that you're able to just say, all right, well, I got that money set aside? Or are you a paycheck to paycheck? So that's other things that, you know, you guys can consider when you get into this hobby, that don't put all your eggs in one basket. All right? So these are some things, like I said, that can make or break you. But, you know, if you're making smart moves, you can succeed, you know, on your own level, at your own accord. Just taping the simplest things from certain channels that are feeding you the word. Take the bits and pieces and put it together and build your own puzzle, build your own portfolio, build your own stepping stone to each ladder you're trying to succeed to get to that next step on. So, you know, all things set aside, in this hobby, all the 7 years that I've been doing this, I learned a great deal from a lot of channels. I would have never been to the point in this investing hobby if it hadn't been for all the other channels that I watched. Because these guys, watching the positivity, all right, and then seeing my own portfolio grow because I am following through with the advice that those channels are giving, following suit. doing my own research, my own due diligence, and then making my own, my mind made up on where I want to put money in. And, I'm seeing that, hey, everything is right where it needs to be. That things are going in the right direction for me on my investments. And I'm liking that aspect, that I am in the driver's seat of my destiny. All right? And that's what I like about this hobby is over even stocks and bonds are even in IRAs and stuff like that, giving somebody my money, and then they take my money and they put it into what they think is going to be a good investment. Here, I can make up my own decision, my own mind, on where to put the money. And I can see if it's going to succeed or not. But I can also make the adjustment too. So, you can only do it in this hobby where I see it. It's like you get a bird's eye view on the Pokemon market, where it's almost like when you compare it to stocks, you have insider information that you know about on specific products before they even release in English. You already can judge what the outcome is going to be of that set when it comes out in English based on the inception that it gets in Japanese. So, we can look at previous sets and current sets without having to fall into the hype and FOMO on picking the good, bad, and the ugly. All right? Taking an old clip from Clint Eastwood, guys. But yeah, we can figure out what sets are the ones we should be putting money into and the sets that we should just be holding back on. All right? So with that, you can't get that in the stock market, knowing that, because that'll be insider conclusion or something they call that, where you would know that stock is not good or you should take your money out and put it in something else. That's insider information where you can get in trouble on the stock market like Martha Stewart did, where we could do that with Pokemon and you're not held accountable because we can already figure out if this set's going to be a winner or a loser. So, with that said, guys, I don't want to make this any more drawn. We've been on 2 hours. I know I could probably go on here for hours talking with you guys, but we have company coming over, and it's just going to get noisier in here. I think my daughter's, one of them is here already. We have some other family members on my wife's side here. Ambrose is going to be coming in here, and then Jadiel, my other grandson. It's going to get crazy. So I wanted to put this video out. This was one of the main videos I wanted to put out yesterday, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna have the time to sit down here and talk. So here we are on Christmas Day. We're pumping out this awesome video for you guys on the one that I really want to talk about was this bad investing behavior, because I want to see you guys succeed in every way possible in this hobby. And I want you guys to be able to protect your investment and go about this hobby in the right manner and collecting and investing in the right way. All right, so I wanted to put together this video for you guys' edification, just so it benefits you guys, because it strictly stands out for behaviors that when you first get into it, you might be making. And this is some stuff that some faults that you're going to fall into. I don't want you to make the mistakes. I want you to be able to have your protection, your product, your investment protected, and that you have your assets, protected. All right. Other than that, that's all I got to really say. But I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Like I said, ramblings can go on. We can go on forever. I don't have all day to just continue because, like I said, we have company coming over. But I don't want to keep jumping off topic on topic. We get into different subjects and we can go on for hours here. So I know you guys might want to, you guys have company. Maybe some of you might not. But I have company coming over. I just got a lot of, I got company coming over, and I just don't want it to get noisy in here where it's just going to get crazy in the house, and I got a lot of noise going. But I want to thank everybody for stopping by. We got Pat Ted's Power Channel. Put Hippie's Horsehead. Go and drink a cup of. I don't drink, Pat. But yeah, I got to download Heartwog's Legacy, PlayStation 4 game. I got to download the Horizon Forbidden West game. I got to download that on. I got the other controller. I got a brand new PS4 controller. Got this bad boy on. Got this ready to go. So I'm going to be on some Call of Duty today. I was up real late last night. Me and the wife were packing up all the Christmas gifts for the kids. And I had to pack her stuff up. So got all that out of the way. We haven't opened any gifts yet. I don't know what I got. Most likely I have to open my stuff later. But, my main stuff will probably be here later on in the week. But I'm going to enjoy the day with the kids. I do have Ambrose's card. Actually got that in. There it is. I'm going to give that to him. I don't know. I might bring him back on where we open up some stuff on the channel. But we'll see what happens as the day progresses. If it gets too noisy, I won't do a video. But if I can get it to where it's going to be quiet, maybe we'll do a video with Ambrose opening up some stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But for the most part, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day with the grandkids when they come over, because grandkids got Power Rider, just like Ambrose got that ATV quad. Jadiel has his quad. He's going to be busy wanting to go outside, getting on that. Ambrose is going to want to ride his. I just want to relax. I got to go get some more gin and juice. Well, not gin and juice. I got bottled water. I got to get some more Mountain Dew. I don't have anything. No dews. No Mountain Dews. So I got to get down to Quick Check. I got to get myself my sodas. Wife got Pepsi, but I'm not really a Pepsi drinker. We got dinner. I don't even know what we're having for dinner, but Christmas dinner. And I'm just going to enjoy the day, man. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor and smack the like for your boy. Share out this video to as many of your friends that you think will enjoy the video. And like I said, bell notification to all. Subscribe if you would like to subscribe to the channel. Not going to force that on your hand, but if you want to, go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit that bell to all. Share out my video. Helps this video get out, gets a little more exposure than it normally does in the algorithm. And I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I hope all you guys have an awesome Christmas. All right? Enjoy it with the family. These times we should cherish. As you know, the days here are going so fast where we're busy with our daily lives that we hardly have any time with the family. So cherish these days that you got with the grandkids and your family, your wife, your mother-in-law, your mother, your grandmother, whatever, right? Some of you guys that are younger on the channel, enjoy the time that you have here. Enjoy your time with investing and just avoid bad investing behavior. All right? So with that said, guys, I'm going to say thanks to everybody once again. Merry Christmas. Get out there and catch them all. I thank everybody for stopping by. Get out there, catch them all. Have a ball. Remember, peace, love, and a high five. I'll see all of you guys right back here in the next video. If I do come back on today, we'll be doing with Ambrose. We'll be getting some, maybe he might want to open his pack. I will give you guys a disclosure. I gave him the Roaring Moon, or Iron Hands box that I had that I didn't open. So hopefully he's not watching YouTube, because that was his Christmas gift. I gave him that box, so I don't have that box open. So all I have is 151 product. So if we do any openings, I may have to grab some 151 stuff, because I don't have any other product. I do have other product. I have Brilliant Stars, Fusion Strike, Unbroken Bonds, Brilliant Stars, That's in the other box. I do have some tins. I do have that stuff here, but I'm trying to save that. Maybe I'll crack a couple of 151 packs with him, but we'll see what happens. All right. Other than that, don't expect another video, but if I do, it will be with Ambrose. If there is any other video outside of for me, we may do some gaming content. Me and Ambrose playing Call of Duty. So if we don't do any pack openings, might be me and Ambrose on YouTube playing Call of Duty. So may have us playing on that. So with that said, get out there, catch them all, guys. Have a ball. I'll see all of y'all in my next video, guys. Do it now. Peace. Whole lot of love for you and a high five. And I'll see all you guys in the next video, guys. Merry Christmas. Happy investing. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.